We all know Magic the Gathering is taking a new direction, with Universes Beyond taking over the release schedule, 3 of them being Universes Beyond and the other 3 being actual Magic sets, and even then, they weren't really actual Magic sets. We've had Ether Drift, which was like a race car set, then we're getting Tarkir Dragonstorm, which does look like a real Magic set, and then we've got Edge of Eternities, which is Magic the Gathering in space, which is obviously far from its fantasy roots. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I just want to highlight that. There's a lot of change coming, and understandably so, a lot of people are upset. Now, I can definitely empathize with the fact that Magic the Gathering is becoming less fantasy-esque. It's one of the reasons that drew me to the game, the whole fantasy-esque side of it, and to see it be diluted, I've come sort of near the end of this journey where now I'm seeing the Universes Beyond coming in, but there's been people that have been playing this game for years and have seen Universes Beyond slowly take over Magic and feel like something they love is slowly dying and slipping through their fingers. It's quite tragic. Now, I, for one, am super happy that we are getting Tarkir Dragonstorm, a set that is based on a traditional Magic the Gathering plane. And as a new player, I want to go back to these old planes that I haven't had a chance to visit. I want to see more of this, which is why I'm going to be spending the majority of my Magic the Gathering budget this year on Tarkir Dragonstorm, and I think that you should be doing the same. Now, I know what you're thinking, who the hell am I to tell you what to spend your money on? And you are correct, okay? You should spend your money on whatever you would like, especially if, you know, you love these certain IPs that are coming out. You love Final Fantasy, you love Spider-Man, you love Avatar: The Last Airbender. By all means, go ham, right? If there were IPs that I were obsessed with, then I would be doing the exact same thing. However, I think if you are in the camp that you are sad that Magic the Gathering is becoming less and less Magic the Gathering in its traditional terms, then you need to support the sets that you want to see, i.e. you need to support Tarkir Dragonstorm, okay? If you are one of those people that are out there and you are blowing hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of collector booster money on Final Fantasy, I mean, the prices of them are crazy right now. They've gone up to like £450 the last time I checked. And if you are spending that kind of money and also moaning that Magic the Gathering is becoming less Magic, then I hope you're spending double that on Tarkir Dragonstorm. Because if you ain't, then I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're part of the problem. Now, this shift towards Universes Beyond is no shock to anyone, okay? We know for a fact that Universes Beyond sets sell better than Magic's own IP. The statistics are everywhere. Lord of the Rings was Magic the Gathering's best-selling set of all time, and the amount of hype that is around Final Fantasy right now, things just literally selling out immediately as soon as they drop for pre-order, like that is not happening around Magic's own sets. You know, Tarkir Dragonstorm, that's not happening. Ether Drift definitely was not happening, and I'm pretty sure Edge of Eternities won't either, okay? So it is clear that demand is there, but I would like to highlight the fact that this is not an actual fair representative on sort of what the player base wants, because the player base is not in fact, it's a small fraction, you could say, of the people that are buying these boxes. Now, I don't say that with absolute confidence because I don't have actual numbers, but I can say pretty confidently that a lot of these people that are buying, say, these Final Fantasy sets and boosters and stuff like that, they do not care about the game. They are not going to be playing the game. They are just buying it because they want to collect characters of their favorite IP. They want to buy anything that is attached to that IP. And that's where Magic the Gathering is sort of becoming like Pokemon. Now, I believe Magic holds its high position in the market due to the fact that it is such a good game to play. But the reality is, we know that that is not what sells, okay? What sells is collectability, which is why Pokemon TCG is the #1 selling TCG, and it is not even close, guys. Like, Pokemon absolutely blows every other trading card game out of the water, and yet it has, in my opinion, one of the worst games out of all of them. When I go to my local game store, people aren't playing bloody Pokemon. You know, there might be the odd person or two people playing Pokemon, but, you know, it's not like going tables and tables. It's not like Magic the Gathering. It's not like Star Wars Unlimited, you know. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Even. Like, it's not got a player base like that where people are really, you know, engaging with the game itself. People just want to collect the lovely, pretty cards of their favorite Pokemon and go, look at this rare Pokemon card that I got. It's the excitement. It's that like status thing of, look at this card, you know, look how rare this card is. That thrill, you know, the gamble. And that is what Wizards are trying to replicate now. The reality is their own IP doesn't have the strength that Pokemon does. So the quickest way to do this is by using other IPs that does have this same amount of hype and use their game as sort of like a middleman to breach that gap and sell these cards to these people. But obviously the fact that Universes Beyond is selling better doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it is what the player base wants, okay? And that's the point I'm trying to highlight here. So you could say that there's an argument that them going down this route, upsetting the player base but increasing sales, is hurting the game's longevity, right? Because if these people that are coming in and buying all this product, right, if they do that and then they don't engage in the game, they're only probably going to buy products from that IP. They're going to buy their stuff and then they're going to leave.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Okay, now that is like a short-term good strategy, and long-term it's terrible. Who are the people that are keeping this game alive? The people that are paying money for every time a set is released. They are keeping in touch with the game, the newest changes. They are looking for all the new releases. They are buying all the new cards that come out. Those are the people that keep the game alive. But they don't necessarily help grow the game. And that, I think, is the issue. Now, it's a sad reality that Tarkir Dragonstorm is not going to sell as good as Final Fantasy, okay? I wish it was, but it's not. And, you know, there's nothing that I can do personally to change this fact and make it so that buy all the product in the world so that Wizards say, hey, Tarkir Dragonstorm sold better, therefore we should do more of our own IP. I know that's not in my control. However, what I can control is where I'm putting my money and what I'm voting for, what I like, what I am communicating to Wizards. This is what I like. This is what I want. So my actions alone might not make a significant impact, but if the majority of the player base takes on this sort of idea and they just say, right, okay, you know, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man, I'm looking forward to Avatar, but because I want Magic the Gathering to be the majority Magic the Gathering sets, then I will take my yearly budget. And I know people don't actually set aside a yearly budget for Magic the Gathering. I'm not suggesting that. However, they do release their sets like a year. They show you what is coming for the year now, right? They're doing that whole, you know, Marvel thing where they show you all the movies that are coming out, right? So if they're doing that, they are telling you, hey, this is what's coming. You can now set aside and budget so that you don't have to worry. That's one of the advantages, right? You can sort of look and go, right, this is what I'm most excited for, so I'm going to make sure I save up some money so that I can go ham when this set comes out. And that is why I urge you to do a Tarkir Dragonstorm, okay? If you want to see Magic the Gathering in space, and you love space, and you love sci-fi, and you want more of that, then spend all your money on Edge of Eternities, you know? But and if you love Final Fantasy, you love Avatar, that's fine. That is fine, okay? Spend money on it. But just do not be the same person that is saying that they wish Magic the Gathering was more magic. And if you are, then make sure you're spending more money on that, okay? So yeah, if you're sort of holding back on Tarkir Dragonstorm because you want money to spend on Final Fantasy or Spider-Man or Avatar or whatever, then you are communicating to Wizards that that is what you are prioritizing. That is what you want more. And then we can't blame them if we continue to see Universes Beyond take over Magic. Now, if you're as excited for Tarkir Dragonstorm as I am and you want to delve a little bit deeper into the lore and stories, then check out my video, my Tarkir Dragonstorm lore video, where I go over all of this in under 10 minutes.